Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from Cerro Gordo Zoo, doing more building today on your wonderful Friday, and hopefully it is a wonderful Friday. I'm wishing that all upon you. I'm having a pretty good day, another day of work, another day of fun stuff like that, but also another day of building the zoo, and that's why you guys are here. I'm starting off here in the sponsor park, actually, because if you missed it, we actually had a stream, so I would recommend you pausing the video, going back and checking it out. Stream number 5 for ZAWA, it should be in the playlist. We had a stream here where we did a lot more work, and it was some exciting time. We had some people get added to the billboard of sponsors here, including Captain Craig. So thank you again for your super chat during the stream. I really do appreciate it. And then we had like some stuff happen. All right, we had some crazy stuff happen. We had Todd Feltz and Peter get into a bidding war for the top spot here with the top super chat right now, and Todd Feltz walked away with the crown on that one with a $100 super chat. Thank you again for that. That is incredible. I'm kind of boggled by that, but yeah, I thought that was pretty awesome. I mean that started right away in the beginning of the chat. It was, or in the beginning of the stream. It was pretty nuts. So thank you to everyone who always who does super chats during those streams. I really do appreciate it. You guys are all amazing. You can see everyone's name up there on the board. Whole bunch of you guys have helped out here to keep this place running. I guess helped pay the staff and stuff. I mean, it's really just me. But thank you again for everyone who does super chats during those live streams. Now, what did we do on those live streams? Well, let me show you. We did some work over here in... Ooh, trying to crash into the wall. We did some work over here in the reptile center. The whole thing was about expanding the reptile center. Now, we haven't done anything with naming the turtles. That's going to happen in this episode. But we did this, all right? So we expanded the tunnel this way, the mine shaft this way, and we did a little bit of detailing work. I still need to do a little bit more on this here. But we added this little area right here. So this is like a little decorative piece, as well as a lift carrying up some supplies from down lower in like part of the mine. Added that in there as well, and then continued it on back. Creepers be creeping. Alright, so as well as back here, clearly it's not 100% safe. Whoa, that kind of made me jump a little bit. But then we added this area back here, and this is about where it stops. This is about as far as mine goes. I did leave this kind of open the way it is, because if I do want to expand it, it's going that way. So, and also this thing is my favorite addition right here. This is actually like a little chimney, a little air vent, I guess, to kind of get air to the mines. I thought that was kind of a cool little detail that we added during the stream. A lot of fun. So we added this. So we have some room to expand today, and that's good, because today I want to add, I'm thinking the dwarf crocodiles. I can hear the gargoyles purring, I guess is what they do through here. Do we have guests? We do have guests. Look at that. We have a guest here. Excuse me, guest. Go away. Do we have another guest? We do have another guest. It's a spider. Excuse me, spider. Go away. First, we have to do some naming, though. All right? Because you guys, once again, killed it with the naming. A lot of you suggested that I actually do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles anyway. I mean, that's a pretty cool idea, but I think I'm going to pick some of your original names instead. So let's get back to the secret hidey hole and get to doing some naming. For the first name, we are going to go with Thunderdome. And thank you to Juked for actually submitting that. It just made me laugh. I think that's a great name for a turtle. And for the second name here, somebody here pointed out, and it was Joshua Frank actually, if you're watching, somebody pointed out that since we have an animal named Chubby Thunder, why not have a turtle named Tiny Lightning? And I like that. I think that's really adorable. So this one's going to be Tiny Lightning. Aww, my anvil broke. If only I had another one. For the third name, actually, this one comes to me by William Cunningham, who suggested that I name a couple turtles after him and his dad. But in this case, we're just going to pick one name because I want to spread the love, and we're going to name it Cordell because he said that was his name. So there we go. And for the final one, we're going to name it Blake Sheldon. Because after, I mean, what with 2 L's, after the country singer. And that comes to me by Matt Myers, actually. Thank you for suggesting that. I thought that was pretty clever. Probably the runner-up name would probably have been Turtle Recall. I'm thinking that one was amazing. I mean, there's actually quite a few good, quite a few names. So thank you once again for everyone who submitted names. If I did not pick your name this week, keep trying, because obviously I comb through them and I pick a bunch of names. So keep trying next time. I'm going to have some names for the crocodiles for next week. So just go down in the comment section as soon as I figure out how many I have. Alright, now I don't see these guys running away from me very fast, so I can probably get by with leaving this open while I put these guys in here. But let's actually add the turtles here. Look at him, he's adorable. And we're going to name this one Thunderdome. And what is Thunderdome? Thunderdome is a female. Look at that. A quirky female. All right, and then let's go ahead and slap down another one right here. And that's going to be Cordell. Cordell is a male. Look at that. And then we're going to put down another one right here. This is the brown one here. So this will be Tiny Lightning. And Tiny Lightning is a male. And for the last one here, we'll slap him down right there. And this is going to be Blake Shelton. And Blake Shelton is also a male. So there's one female, and that's the one back here. That's Thunderdome. But all right, we have the turtles added. Again, thank you to everyone who submitted names. You guys are absolutely fantastic because it makes my life so much easier. Look at that. The turtles have their exhibit now. Look at, they're so adorable. They're so cute. Look at them. They're just amazing. All right, one other thing that I did find while we were in that stream earlier in the week, actually, is I did find myself another Iron Golem backpack because we went and caught a couple extra animals, and so I got an Iron Golem backpack in the next one. So I just made that my miscellaneous backpack, and that'll be just for dumping stuff into to never be seen again. All right, but in today's episode, though, I do want to get to work on making this exhibit kind of right away, too, because I want to spend a little bit of extra time on it. I'm trying to think about the best place for where the dwarf crocodiles are going to be. After digging this place out and adding this thing right here, I'm thinking this whole corner right here, I'm going to add for the Galapagos tortoise. Okay, I want to have a nice big open area for that thing, so I'm going to designate that for the tortoise. So that means the other places are where the crocodiles are going to go. Why not right across from the tortoise? You know, maybe scared a little bit, but why not dig this place out? Yeah, I think that'll work. Now, my pickaxe is getting a little weak in the knees, but I mean, I know how to fix that. There. Ta-da. Good as new. That's all it took. I'm happy I built the Ender though, because for real, that actually saves me quite a bit of time. So that only took just like a few minutes just to run there and go repair that. I'm really pumped about that. Way faster than the cave spider grinder that I had earlier in the season. But I have got some digging to do. So I'm going to work on clearing this place out. And I'm thinking, I mean, I guess I can go to just like right where the support is right here, and maybe I'll do something doodadded up right here a little bit to kind of recess it a little bit farther back. But I have got to do some digging, so you know what that means. There we go. Look at that. We got ourselves a cave dugout. This is a pretty decent size. I don't remember how many dwarf crocodiles I have, but I only have a few, I think. We're gonna go ahead and drop this all in here because check that out. I actually have a miscellaneous backpack from used to yeet stuff into. Clear up a little bit of room, you know. So let's go look in the backpack here and see what kind of blocks we have because I kind of want to get building on this like right away. I want to get this this exhibit built here. And this is a pretty decent sized cave, you know. I think it'll work out. Now I'm trying to add a little bit of land right here so that they have actually land to go stand on. And then also down here is where the water is going to be. And people are going to be viewing from here, so they're not going to be able to see like things like back here or anything. But this is where the water is going to be. So why don't we start by, and I'm going to try to keep the torches going here so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Start by replacing what's going to be the underwater section. And that's like basically the bottom of a I guess this would be a swamp, right? We're going for like a swamp look here. These are crocodiles after all. I didn't really look up dwarf crocodiles, but if I remember from last season, I built themselves. I built them a nice little swamp for them to stay in, and I'm going to do something very similar to that here, but it's going to be in a cave. For the bottom of this, though, we're definitely going to go heavy on the coarse dirt, okay? So this is definitely not going to be a very, like, what do you call it? Like, there's not going to be a lot of plants. I mean, maybe I'll try to see what kind of plants I can actually get under the water. But there's not going to be grass, for example, down here. So we're going to do that. We're going to sprinkle in a heavy dose of gravel as well, because I think that makes a very good bottom of a swamp bed kind of look. I suppose clay would probably make more sense, too. I don't know if I have any clay, actually. I'd have to go hunt some of that down. But, you know, maybe we'll make our own custom one instead. So we're going to go ahead and drop in a few of these river stones as well. Kind of spread throughout that thing. Actually, that's not too bad. And then we're going to go ahead with the brown terracotta, and this should imitate... That's nah, I don't like that. Too much checkered pattern. I got to break that up just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and sprinkle in some of this brown terracotta. Looks like that's another good spot for a river stone. Some of this brown terracotta to kind of impersonate mud. Because, although this is underwater, so I don't think it would really matter. I probably could get away with using actual mud blocks. But I'm not going to. I'll just stick with the brown terracotta. Now, the shore around here is still stone, and I guess I could technically leave it that, and it would kind of look sort of cool, and maybe actually I could incorporate like a swamp into the cave itself, and it's really tempting to do that. It's really tempting to do that. Hold on, let me actually see if I can do it. So I'm going to leave some of the stone actually in here. So I'm going to try to make it look... where's my backpack? I need you desperately in my life. Let's go ahead and put the river stones back, because those are going to be really just the underwater stuff. And the gravel for now, but let's go ahead and grab podzol for sure. I don't have a lot of grass. Where is my ground blocks? I better have grass in there, otherwise I'm horribly, horribly unorganized, which honestly I wouldn't put past me. Alright, so let's go ahead and put... like, I want to mix in the stone so that it blends in so that it's actually more stone up here where it connects to the wall. So this is almost like a, well, what do you call them? Like, I don't know. Like, it would be a swamp lake right here that's kind of permeating outwards into the cave, actually. So the lake is what's causing it to be a swamp in this area. Is kind of what I'm trying to get at here. So let's go ahead and, actually, you know what? I don't really like that there. Since I'm working with this stuff, I'm going to... I don't really want to get rid of my sword off my hotbar because there's creepy crawly things that keep coming in here, so I want to keep them there. But let's add a little mixture of stuff in here. You know, maybe I'm overthinking it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the stone completely, and then what I'll do is I'll just fill it in as I go, and I think I'll have better control that way. So let's go ahead and knock out the stone completely from here. Squirt that one back in there. Alright, so... let's mark off some of the corners. I guess the corners are right where the end of my custom flooring design it goes for the bottom of the water. Let's get in a little bit of grass in here, and then we're going to be sprinkling in quite a bit of podzol, I'm thinking, is going to be kind of an important one as well. And then dropping in some of this brown terracotta to impersonate the mud would be a good idea as well. Okay, and then we're going to try to incorporate in some of the stone, even this early on. And like right there... I don't really like that. I kind of want that to be mainly blocks kind of near the water. Maybe one or two is fine, but yeah. Okay, yeah. So this is kind of coming along. Let me tweak this a little bit and see what I can come up with. Now I'm not sure if this looks anything like what I was just Just describing. But this looks alright, I'm thinking, so far, for a basic kind of ground texture for this place. Sort of looks like a swamp. Kinda. Sort of resembles it. Now, I do want to go through and mat down a few of these blocks, too. Maybe not all of them, but just some of them here or there. And that might actually be good enough. Something like that, actually. Because, like I said, I don't want to... Maybe one more. Sure, why not? Maybe not all of them, just a couple of them there. Now, I think I'm about ready for the water. So let's go ahead and squirt that in here. I'm going to need to get a backpack out, this one right here. And remember, there is a glitch here where this looks like, once I open it back up, this looks like it's full, but it isn't. So let's go ahead and drop the water in here. And then we'll quickly refill this, even though that really doesn't look like it did anything. There we go. So now we can actually fill this whole area up, and then we'll get to adding... I guess we're up to the foliage already. I mean, I got the basic shape of the cave down, and that was what I wanted, so gives a place for the reptiles to, or the crocodiles to swim in. So yeah, I guess we're on to maybe adding a little bit of foliage to the water. So if we are doing foliage, we're definitely going to need these. We're definitely going to need... I mean, I'm going to even throw, like, maybe a lily pad with a flower on it. And then some of these other ones right here. We're just going to make some room here. Alright, so I do want this to be kind of over clogged with foliage. It is supposed to be like a swamp, but the problem is I don't want it to be too crazy, because if I do go crazy with it, then the crocodiles aren't going to be able to get in the water. So I don't want to go nuts with it. Let's go get one of these flowered ones, kind of maybe right in the center. What if we put it right in the center? Does that look terrible? It's not really right in the center. I guess like right here would be. So slightly off-centered. I think that looks pretty good. I don't really know if I want to go too heavy on that. I do want to kind of sprinkle it more around the sides, because obviously, you know, the lily pads would be hugging the edge more. So I kind of want to do a little bit of that. I do need to incorporate 1 or 2 or 10 of these things in here, though. So what about that? It's not too completely overburdened with, let's maybe one more, with lily pads. So hopefully the crocodiles don't get like stuck under there. I don't really see them drowning, because I think they can swim. So I think that'll be pretty good. As far as underwater plant life, though, I don't really know if I can do anything. But as far as in the shores, I can actually add a couple of reeds, I know. And somebody in the comment section told me how to do this. I was even bragging about how I got it a few episodes back, too. But let's see if I can't. There we go. Got one on the side there. That's pretty good. Hey, right there, too. Look at me go. I'm learning. I used to have to just guess as to where these things would go. Alright, now I do want to grab the squid backpack real fast, because before I get to... Oh, I only have 3 of those. That's really not good. Ground backpack? There we go. Let's get a couple more of these half slabs here, because I want to put a little bit of extra detailing in to this cave before I get too much farther along, because I do want this to be kind of custom, you know, and I don't want it to look just like a normal cave. Also, I need to start thinking about lighting before I get too crazy on this too, because that's going to become an important thing here pretty soon. Okay, even something like that I think looks pretty good. Not too much extra detail to it, just a couple little spots. I just fell right in the water, did not mean to do that. Yeah, I think that looks alright. Alright, I'm going to call that good enough for the detailing in the cave. Now, I didn't really add anything to this to keep it looking more like the mine shaft, but considering what you have to walk through just to get to this, I'm thinking that I don't really need to add too much to make it look more like the mine shaft. So I'm not going to worry too much about adding that theme to this. So what do we have to do next? I think just the foliage is what would be next. Now let's actually get the bat backpack out here, because I'm going to need to grab this stuff out of the bat backpack so I can put it back into the bat backpack when I'm done. But we're going to grab... It's so hard to say. We're going to grab some dead leaves here, and maybe some spruce leaves too, to add a little bit of color to this. But let's go ahead and we're going to let's throw that in there right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of leaf piles in, like in the side here at least. I do want to add a little bit of depth to that there, because it looked kind of like a flat wall, which I wasn't really too fond of. And I don't know if we need to add any more leaves than that in this area, because I think that looks all right. Everything else might, maybe a little bit in the back here. Everything else might start to look a little bit cluttered then. Something dark side. Something like that maybe. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's all right. All right, let's put those back into the bat backpack. And then we're going to grab the light, so I need the squid backpack. We're going to grab some heat lamps here because that works pretty good for lighting this place up. Now, this might look terrible on YouTube, but I need to kill the lights in here so I can see what I'm looking for or what I'm looking at here. That includes you, mister. And I don't need the night vision from the water either, so I got to wait for that to wear off. Okay, I went ahead and added them. Like I said, I think that was going to look pretty bad on YouTube, so I just added them. I kind of hit them into the ceiling a little bit, and I think that looks all right for lighting it up. Obviously, it looks really dark here in the water, and I kind of want to fix that. Where's my bat backpack again? So let's go with some type of thing. The dead leaves probably would still work pretty good. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking... Yeah, I guess the dead leaves would work. Let's grab those things, and I have some glowstone somewhere. Yes, I do. We're going to add this into the ground in the water here in a couple of spots. Now, when I hop in here, obviously, it lights up nice and pretty because I get the night vision effect whenever I touch water. But for whenever I'm not touching water, it's going to look pretty dark in here. So I'm going to go ahead and add these in a couple of spots. Okay, right in here, too. Squirt that down into there. There we go. Pop that on there. Let's see. Let's wait for the night vision to wear off and see what this looks like now that I've added a little bit of light into the water itself. Oh, yeah. Yep, I think that looks a lot better. Look at that. It actually illuminates the ground, just the water just a little bit. I think that works out pretty good. Now, it's a little dark over here, but that's okay. Let's squirt these back into the backpack, and then put those back into the backpack that's on my back. Man, that's tough to say. It's like a tongue twister, people. Let's grab the squid backpack again, and there should be buttons in here. And we're going to try to eliminate some of the spawning areas over here so that maybe things won't actually spawn. You know, we'll put a couple of buttons down on the side there. That's not going to stop everything. And so occasionally the crocodiles will get a free lunch by eating a creeper or a witch or something like that if they spawn in here. Where's my miscellaneous backpack here? Because look at this. Look at how fun. Oh, actually, the coarse dirt I want to keep and put that back into the backpack also because that's where it belongs. But look at me using a miscellaneous backpack. It only took 2 seasons. All right, so now we're going to add the foliage, I'm thinking. So let's get the plants out here. What can we put in a swamp to make it look really cool? Okay, so toadstools I'm thinking are probably a must, as well as any kind of mushroom that I have. We're going to get some of those things down here. In fact, usually I like putting those down next to like a down log or something. There's really not a lot of room in here to do that. So we're going to have to actually just add these in. Maybe even like kind of on the side here, kind of a... Ooh, that's it. Sure, I just accidentally clicked click that. Put down maybe, I can't really place it on terracotta, unfortunately. But we'll add a mushroom or two in places in here, too, to make it kind of seem like it's a little damp. In that back corner, too. Yeah, alright, that looks pretty good. Now, those are going to be kind of hidden, because when everything else gets put in here, it's going to look a little crazy. As far as vines would make sense, considering that it's, you know, a swamp, and they're all over the place there. But the problem is animals climb on vines. So I don't really want to do that. One thing that I could do to impersonate vines, though, is bat backpack. I need you again, desperately. Let's grab some oak leaves, actually. And let's actually do like a creeping vine. Kind of, actually, I got an idea. Hold on, let me play with this a little bit. I have an idea. Alright, so that's kind of the idea. Now, that's not done yet, okay? But having the vines almost look like they're coming through the back of the cave wall, like they're kind of smashing their way through and actually kind of taking over this place. I kind of want to do that in another location too, maybe against that wall where the andesite is. I might have to change up this andesite though for right now. But what if I actually had like another spot where the vines were coming through the wall here? You know, I think that looks really cool. Let me get the regular stone out here and kind of seal this off just a wee bit. Alright, so this is starting to come along nicely, okay? You see, I like that detail of having it come out, like, through the back of the cave wall. I think that's a really cool little detail, and you can't really even see that one, like, unless you go right here, and, like, because I'm thinking about the glass being here. Yeah, you can't really see that one, so I guess that's about as good as that needs to be. And, I guess I could add one more so that this place kind of gets taken over, too. That way it'll make it look really, really overgrown. Alright, there we go. Got that added in there. I think that looks really cool, actually. I kind of like that. I don't really like this. Hold on a second. Let me get in here. Apparently my lighter is activated. Look at that. Look at that thing go. I just wanted to switch that out there because the andesite I don't mind being there. Just that right there didn't look quite right. In fact, now the corner over here doesn't look quite right. I need more andesite in my inventory here. Let's pop this thing down maybe a couple and replace that with andesite. There, alright, that's looking a little bit better, more like an andesite node. That's actually a natural one there, too. I didn't even add that. I'm thinking that looks pretty crowded and pretty cluttered. These impersonate the vines, and I like the fact that it's the greener, like the dark, it's actually like the oak leaves, and they're drooping down from the ceiling here, rather than the dead leaves here. I could actually kind of mix in some dead leaves to add a little bit of block diversity up there, but having the green on the ceiling, I think, works out pretty good. Now, I do want to add that I need to organize my inventory real quick. Those can go back into there, so open up a spot. The bat backpack can take these things back. And then the miscellaneous backpack, the thing I've been bragging about this whole time, can hold the rest of this stuff. Let's put that all in there just to get that out of my inventory. Now, I do want to add, I need the ground blocks. I do want to add the roots hanging from the ceiling. I think that looks pretty good. So in a couple of spots, we're going to need a plant backpack too. We're going to grab, not the reeds. Nope, don't need those. I need, they're right in front of me. I know somebody has seen them. Oh, there they are. I need the roots. We're going to add these things into the ceiling occasionally too in spots. Maybe we'll add a couple pieces of dirt in here. Oop, not right there. Yeah, like right in here. And then we'll slap on some roots in there. And that way it'll definitely look like it's kind of underground, you know. Okay, I'm thinking that's good for the basic blocks now. Let's get back to the actual plants as to what I'm going to add in here. I need something that would look like a swamp. Now, do I have any of the blue flowers actually from the swamp? You know, I know it's a vanilla Minecraft looking thing, but swamp flower. I guess I guess that's what we should use. Let's go ahead and actually plant a couple of these things in here. I mean, it is, after all, a swamp flower. It's like literally by name the thing I should be adding. Alright, so what else can we add in here other than tall grass? I guess some of this devilweed kind of looks kind of curly and kind of messed up, you know? It's going to look like tall grass, but with this a little bit of extra detail to it. And I think that's going to add in a little extra detail to the entire build then by adding them. Okay, so that's coming along good. I don't really know if I want to add any more flowers to a swamp than what's already here. Death bloom, I could add that. The problem is that death blooms, we pick these up in the ominous woods. If you walk over them, you get the wither effect. I'm not trying to kill the crocodiles, so I'm probably going to skip on that. The rest of these look too lively, and like honestly, the swamp flower is the only one that really works. So we're going to say that's probably good enough for the flowers. What other things can we add in here? We could actually add maybe a little bit of dried bamboo somewhere. Yeah, that's going to grow unless I put something on it. Which, I mean, I could let it grow there, but let's grab a piece of string. And let's put that right there so it doesn't grow any farther. What does that look like? Not bad. Doesn't look too bad. That reminds me, actually, like river cane or sugar cane or something like that would probably look pretty good. Let's do some river cane, actually. Probably look pretty good along one side of this. I kind of want to put it there, but the devilweed is already there, so I don't really want to put it right in front of this, but maybe a little spread out, actually, a couple different places. Let's actually pop the mushroom off there and put that there, because the mushroom, I believe, can go onto that. Yeah, it can go on there like it's growing on the mud. Not bad. I can just let the river cane grow wild, though, so I don't really need to worry about that. I'm thinking that, is that going to be enough? What do you think? Is that going to be enough? Kind of needs more mushrooms, right? Because it's a swamp. Actually, here we go. A couple dead bushes here or there, so it looks like things have kind of been oversaturated, you know, with water, and they've drowned, kind of. So the bushes then went ahead and died. I think that will look pretty. Let's throw one right in. I can't put one there. Is it? I guess it doesn't plant on grass. It plants on pods, but does this not plant on grass? No, it doesn't. Nifty. I never knew that. Alright, I guess that's probably good enough. Just a couple of dead bushes. I'm thinking that's probably fine now for the foliage. All we have to do now is add a little bit of bone meal to some of this stuff. And we should have an exhibit then. Okay, I went ahead and added a couple of dead leaf piles in here too. Just kind of spread the love there and make it look a little bit more clustered with stuff. It didn't really have a whole lot of grass to grow, actually, grass on, like tall grass. So that's about it. Actually, when you take a step back, just kind of shake my head a little bit here and look at it overall. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. The only thing I want to change, really, in that, it's just from looking at it right now. Let me grab the backpack pack and grab some more of this brown terracotta. I want to swap out some of the stone with more brown terracotta here because I don't mind the stone being up higher, but when it's right here next to the lake, I want this to be primarily mud. Maybe that'll be fine just like that. Just a little bit more. Yeah, okay. I think that works pretty good. What do you guys think? Does this look like a good crocodile exhibit? Let me actually get the glass put in here, and we'll see what this looks as like a finished product. That's not the glass backpack. What am I doing? There we go. The glass is put in. I think that might be a finished exhibit. What do you guys think? Let me know, honestly. Do you think this looks like a good exhibit for the dwarf crocodiles? Now, I'm not too sure how many I have. You know, I'm not too sure. I was actually going to get to doing some detailing in this episode, too, on in this mine shaft. But I might squeeze that in between episodes. I'm just going to be adding a couple of little details to, like, the supports and stuff. Kind of like what I did back further in the mine there, or in the reptile center. But I'm thinking that's a done exhibit. Well, I really like this one. This one turned out pretty good. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. How did this dwarf crocodile exhibit turn out? Yeah, I kind of like it. All right, so let's get back to my hidey hole, and we'll figure out how many dwarf crocodiles I actually have, and then you guys can head on down to the comment section and start naming. All right, so I have so far captured, is it these ones? 4 of them. That's actually kind of a cramped place for 4 of them. Probably should have built that exhibit a little bit bigger. Actually, wait, what am I talking about? These are dwarf crocodiles. They're little. They'll love it. All right, so we're going to add 4 of them in there. So if you guys could head down into the comments section and leave me your 4 best dwarf crocodile names, if you can come up with one. Last year, we named them Steve Irwin and TikTok from the crocodile from Peter Pan. And Steve Irwin, obviously, the crocodile hunter. So, if you guys could name something else other than that, we need 4 names for dwarf crocodiles. Give a good description as to why you think they should be named that too. I always like reading your guys' stories. But I think that's about it. I think that's all we're going to do in this episode. We built an exhibit. We showed off the expansions that we did in the stream, and there's a lot of fun stuff. Again, big thank you to everyone who pitches in and does the super chats during the streams. You guys are amazing. Seriously, you kind of blow my mind. I'm just a guy playing Minecraft. So, alright, you guys. Thank you guys so much for donating your eyeballs and ear holes to this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys have a wonderful Friday. If you did enjoy it, though, please leave a like before you go. And I will see you guys next Friday. Absolutely, or have yourself an absolutely wonderful weekend, too, while you're at it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and bye-bye.